Good afternoon, class. My name is Thomas Boucher.
Macy O'Brien.
Reginald Walker Jr.
And I'm David Bridgeon.
And today we'll be presenting to you Krispy Kreme donuts. Look. All right, a little bit of history about Krispy Kreme donuts. It was actually founded by Vernon Randolph. Mr. Randolph actually originally started out working in his uncle's shop in Paducah, Kentucky. And it was while working there that his uncle purchased a secret donut recipe from somebody in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Well, shortly after his uncle purchasing this recipe, Mr. Randolph decided he wanted to branch off on his own and move to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And in 1937, he opened up his first shop called Krispy Kreme Donuts. Now, originally, he only anticipated just selling to grocery stores and things of that nature. That was his entire market. But he soon realized that he could actually make a profit by selling directly to customers visiting the Winston-Salem, North Carolina area. From there, his business just continued to expand. He opened up more shops in the southeast and eventually just continued to grow. And by 2000, they became a public entity traded on NASDAQ. Additionally, they also expanded from there. They just basically blew up a little bit. Continued expanding, had a shop in Canada, even one in Australia and South Korea. By 2004, things started to slow down and decrease though. This is some of the problems they ran into. In 2004, stock prices decreased from $40 a share down to $10 a share. Obviously, this was a huge hit on the company overall. The reason for this, or what was assumed to be kind of a cause of this, is Americans kind of become a little more health conscious, worried about their weight, things of that nature. So a lot of people joined what was called the Atkins diet. You know, carb-free diet, carbs are bad, and obviously donuts are full of carbs. So cut out the donuts, cut out the carbs. So that was a huge hit to the Krispy Kreme donut enterprise. One of the other issues, main franchisee in Arizona and New Mexico had to file for bankruptcy in 2005 as a result of all of his shops just not being able to maintain a profit. Next problem, Sheetz, which is a large convenience store on the East Coast, I'm assuming up north a little more, they quit purchasing the donuts in 2008 because they decided, why purchase donuts from Krispy Kreme when we can just produce them ourselves, save us some money, and continue, making a profit off of our own products. And then in 2008, the Hong Kong and Canada locations had to be shut down, and overall, they were experiencing, Krispy Kreme Donuts overall was experiencing an operating loss in 2007, 2008, and 2009 when the case was published.
I covered the general environment analysis. And the general environment analysis is composed of internal and external influences. So some of the internal influences was that the culture. Krispy Kreme, they have a really relaxed, somewhat playful culture. When I did research on it, I found that the employees, they aren't as stressed as the work is hard, and they usually play around a lot and get awesome discounts. Another concept was this magic concept. Krispy Kreme wants to focus on having a magical product, having a magical connection with the customer, making it the best and most sincere connection that you can ever have. Another internal thing is brand recognition. When everyone hears the word Krispy Kreme, they instantly think of donuts. And that's the biggest thing with them. Wide demand, just like Thomas said early on in their beginning, Krispy Kreme was a booming industry. Everybody wanted Krispy Kreme donuts. But as time prevailed, the demand kind of went down as people went to start eating more healthy. And this comes down to some of our external things, like eating trends. When people want to be more healthy, they tend not to eat sweet things like donuts and fatty foods. Also, increasing supply costs and natural disasters can also affect Krispy Kreme externally because, recently, like the hurricane. There's a hurricane outside, you can't go buy donuts or you can't go outside, period. So that'll have an effect on Krispy Kreme. Also, if the cost of supplies increase, Krispy Kreme might cut down some, or they might choose to go to another supplier. Product quality and quantity is also an internal thing that they deal with. They can make more donuts at a good quality, people will come buy them more, and also the proficiency of the machines. If you've ever been inside of a Krispy Kreme, you see that machine, it makes like a gang of donuts at one time, probably 20 to 30 at a time.
Go on to the industry environment analysis. Krispy Kreme is part of the quick service restaurant, also known as fast food. Based on my research I did on the industry, they have currently stock shares are currently rising slowly, surely. Most of these companies have stable sales growth because during this time period, you have both spouses working, so it's not much time for them to come home and make a meal, so it's be more efficient for them to go to a fast food restaurant, get a quick meal, and they're able to feed themselves and their children. Positive operating conditions. Like I said earlier, because of the way the economy is, it's very easy for people to come and get food just instead of going home and making meals that's more efficient. So based off their current operations to make things quick, fast, in a hurry for the consumers, actually conditions is actually perfect for the stores in this industry. Currently, right now we have a lowering price and slowing expansion. They starting to focus more on healthy food for their menu. Like Thomas was saying earlier, that most people are going organic to try to eat healthier. And one of the issues that we caused earlier was the fact that because everybody's was going healthy, a lot of people wasn't going to fast food restaurants because all the food wasn't exactly healthy for everybody. So to fix that, they had to start adding healthier menu. Like you see McDonald's started to add apples and stuff to the kids menu and so forth. The external factor evaluation matrix, so we picked some of the opportunities and threats that Krispy Kreme was dealing with. Some opportunities we have internal expansion. One of the research that I did was that actually the economies overseas, where for example in India, it's actually an ideal economy for Krispy Kreme, especially seeing how they're not too focused on the healthy food as we are in this industry. Greater percentage of Americans working, as I said earlier. The more the spouses work, but both spouses work, the better the opportunity is for Krispy Kreme to make a revenue or profit. Actually, local discount stores are willing to buy ingredients from Krispy Kreme, which is if they choose to expand internationally, they can actually just sell their ingredients instead of opening their stores to local stores around. And they also have new beverage program that they're building on to compete with McDonald's as far as like hot drinks, as far as coffee stuff concerned. Some of these threats, one of the biggest threats that I did my research on was McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts. Because they competing with breakfast and with hot drinks, stuff like that. McDonald's already has a brand name of their food. And so it's easy for them to bump heads because they offer more breakfast quality foods rather than but Krispy Kreme only have like donuts. And of course, Dunkin' Donuts is the other big donuts manufacturer also. Demand for healthier items. You don't see Krispy Kreme with a lot of healthy foods, just to use snack foods. A lot of times, too much consumption could be bad for you. And substitute products. You have to keep watching lots of substitute products as far as people eating, I say a healthier donut. You may find healthier donuts in grocery stores, just like Food Depot or Walmart.
Okay, real briefly, I'll be presenting the internal competence. And one of Krispy Kreme's main core competencies are their brand quality. If you ever had a Krispy Kreme donut, like I'm sure many of you have, with their brand quality, it is really delicious. And the reason for this is because of their secret ingredients that they have that is different from their competitors. So it really sets them aside from their competitors. That's one of their strengths. Tradition as well. When you enter a store, a Krispy Kreme store, usually it's real traditional, even from the store to the box, because it usually, when you buy a Krispy Kreme box, it usually say Krispy Kreme 6, 1937. So they want you to know and feel that tradition. Also, the secret ingredients, as I already stated, is also open 24 hours, usually, typically. The drive-thru is open 24 hours, so you can constantly, if you want a donut or having a sugar rush, you can always go to Krispy Kreme and receive these donuts. The store appearance, I mentioned that, as my colleagues also mentioned, they have a 40-foot window, which allows the customer to see into that window and see them actually producing the donuts. So that feel, and also as soon as you go into the store, they also have the donuts already on display, and then they also will let the customer personalize the donut as well and make it fresh right then and there. The internal factor evaluation matrix, brand quality, of course, the store appearance, technological efficiency, because their donuts is mainly off their proficiency. they want a certain amount of donuts done in a certain amount of time. So from my research is about 10,000 donuts per day. So 10,000 dozen donuts per day. So with this being said, they have to have their technology running efficiency. That's why that's one of their strengths. The availability, as I stated, was 24 hours. With them being over 24 hours, then they always have an opportunity to maximize their profit. Customer value, they always want the customer to feel like that they belong to Krispy Kreme. So when you come in, they want you to leave happy and leave yours. And also with the donut tasting as delicious as it does, they already have that, but they also want you to feel that interpersonal relationship. Weakness, the number of stores. From our research, Dunkin' Donuts, the reason why it's a competitor to them, because their taste is better quality, is because Dunkin' Donuts has approximately 7,299 stores, and Krispy Kreme only has 240 in the US. So that's an amazing, tremendous amount of discrepancy between stores. They have almost 7,000 stores more than Krispy Kreme, because since Krispy Kreme practices efficiency so much, they don't tend to use that many stores because they spend a lot of money on their technology. That's why technology is one of their strengths. Beverages sales. They're looking to maximize their beverages sales because of the competitors like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. They want to maximize because these companies are selling these products as well. So they would like to lean towards the beverage field of things. They also offer no dividends, which just means is they won't have any investors, because if you don't offer no dividends, there's no return, there's no ROI, no return on investment. Little advertisement, you can hardly see any advertisement. And that concludes our presentation.
Okay, thank you. Good job, thanks. Any question from the class? No? Okay, I do have a few comments. First, general environment analysis is the same thing from the first lesson. I'm looking for a model from page 62, if you have a book with you. On page 62. And the industry environment analysis, I'm also looking for a model on page 74. That's Michael Porter's 5 forces model. And also, maybe you guys already noticed that all chapter 3 and chapter 4 together actually is a big SWOT analysis. Chapter 3, we identify opportunities and threats. Chapter 4, we identify strengths and weaknesses. So these two chapters together are big SWOT analysis. But if you pay attention, you will notice that what we learned from this class is different from what we learned before. All opportunities and threats are all external. Yeah, they must be external. And all strengths and weaknesses must be internal. So, like, any of you are doing general environmental analysis. First, that's not the model I'm looking for. Second, you will discuss something, these are general environmental analysis, they have internal and external. That's wrong. We should have external only. And in your EFE matrix, you used something like diversity by barrier program, or like international expansion or something like that. That's all internal. That's not external. That's internal again. So, yeah, once again, the whole chapter 3 are external. Do not talk any internal. And it's another suggestion to the whole class. When you do the Savannah State University, do the EFE matrix for me, I ask you to list at least 4 or 5